Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming a drugstore or affordable, well, like kind of in between drugstore and affordable makeup look for you guys. I'm gonna get straight on with the video. I have no idea what kind of look I'm going for right now, but I'm just gonna dive straight into it. Okay, so for primer today I have the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer, and this is supposed to be a dupe for the professional primer from Benefit, but I like this primer anyway. It gets rid of your pores and makes your skin look really smooth. Okay, so next we're going to move on to my two favourite foundations, and these are from Superdrug, and these are the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Foundation and Match Perfection Foundation, and I did this on my last video. I just mix the two together and then blend them all in on my face. I'm just going to mix them in on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to dot it all over my face. Now I'm going to grab my Real Techniques Beauty Blender sponge and I'm going to blend this out. Now for concealer, I'm using my Maybelline Eye Eraser Concealer. I'm just going to apply it onto the high points of my face, areas I need more coverage as well, because I love the coverage and the finish this concealer gives. And I'm going to blend this out with this mini beauty blender sponge from Real Techniques, and this is definitely one of my, like, I'd say favourite drugstore Superdrug concealers. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I love the collection concealer as well. It's just kind of hard to do while talking. I'm still trying to get my hands on the Tarte Shape Tape dupe. I went in Superdrug the other day and I still couldn't find it, so I think I'm gonna have to go with online, but then I don't know what shade to get, so I'm really bad with shades. But a little bit more coverage on any spots or any redness, I'm going to take my Rimmel Lasting Finish Concealer, and this is a cream concealer, and I literally don't know what I'd do with all this stuff. Ever since I first got it, I can't think of anything else I'd use. I can't think of what I used to use before it, and I've had this for such a long time. My Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder, and I'm going to take this on my mini beauty sponge. Now moving on to my eyebrows, I don't have anything from the drugstore or Superdrug. I'm just going to take what I use all the time, which is my Primark eyebrow powder, and this is in the shade medium, and this was relatively cheap. I think it was about like £1 to £2. I don't really remember. I've had it for a while, and yeah, I use this all the time. My brows literally always look so big and sluggish until I carve them out, so bear with me, because especially this one right now. To carve out my brows, I'm using my collection concealer in the shade Fair, and this is one of my favourite drugstore concealers as well. And to carve them out, I like to use a little flat brush so it can get right around my eyebrow and really precise as well. So now to prime my eyelids, I'm going to use the same Maybelline Eye Eraser. Why can't I speak? I'm using the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eye Eraser to prime my eyelids. And like I said before, this gives off good enough coverage to cover up all my veiny lids. Now I'm just gonna set that all, so when I move on to my eyeshadow, it doesn't go all patchy and ugh. Now before I get onto my eyes, I'm gonna set my eyebrows with the Gosh Defining Brow Gel. And I remember when I went to go buy this from Superdrug, the man told me that this is a dupe for some MAC brow gel, but I don't know which one, but yeah, it's really good. Now I'm going to move on to my eye makeup, and I have all my drugstore palettes here. So I have a W7, I have some Revolution palettes, a Sleep palette, and an MUA palette, and I don't know what I'm going to use yet, so I'm going to check the colours out now. I'm trying to find like a good matte shade and transition shades, but each palette has about 2 or 3 matte shades in it, and they're all kind of dark browns and purples, so I don't know what to do. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna take my Maybelline New York contour and highlight palette in the shade 01, and I'm gonna use the contour shade from here as a transition-y shade for the crease, and hope this works. Now I have a transition shade down, I'm gonna go into this purpley shade here from my Makeup Revolution Redemption palette Iconic 2, and I'm gonna, okay, that looks quite pigmented. I'm gonna put this into the outer corner of my eye. I remember when I first started using these palettes, and it's when I was first like getting into makeup, and yeah, it was a while ago, but this is like my most favourite palette, and my Sleek palette, because that was like a different brand, and I was like, ooh. I'm gonna go into my Sleek palette, and this is the All Night Long 49 palette, and I'm gonna take this brown shade here, and I'm gonna put this in my outer corner with a different brush to get more pigment. To make the colour a little bit more intense, I'm gonna take on a denser brush, and I'm gonna pack it into the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Now I really wanted to use these two collection Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Liner in my video, and I've got it in the shade 1 Glit in the shade 3 Funk, and the silver one I haven't used too much because I don't really go for like silvery look. I normally go for golds and warm tones and stuff, so the eye's already pretty different because that purple made it go all cool toned, but these here are like my favourite things, and I might try the silver. Yeah, I'll try the silver one because I haven't really used it before, and I haven't used it in a video, so I'll give it a go. So these guys are pigmented enough to do their own cut crease without any base, so I'm just going to do a cut crease with these. Eyeliner today, I'm using my Maybelline New York Master Precise Liquid Liner, and this is just like a felt tip liner, and I love this for doing my eyeliner like quickly in the morning. And yeah, now I've got to get this even on the other side, which I'm not really good at. Now I'm just going to quickly apply my lashes. These are my Vivi's Collection Fashion Lashes I got these from eBay, but they also have a website apparently, which I can leave a link down below if you guys are interested. These are super cheap. These were like £3 for like 5 pairs. Now I'm going to set my face with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder just on a flat kabuki brush, and I'm going to pat the powder in to avoid moving around my foundation underneath. Now moving on to contour, I'm taking my same Maybelline New York contour powder in the shade 01, and I'm taking this flat brush from ELF to chisel out my cheekbones. It's not too bad on the cheeks. So I'm gonna contour my nose. I put too much on and I look like an orange. Okay, well that's sorting itself out. I'm gonna go in with this big angled brush here, and I'm gonna bronze up a bit. I'm gonna mix the shimmery shade with it. That's so pretty. I've literally never used this before, but it was the only like cheap drugstore bronzer and highlight that I had. Now I don't really want to go with the highlight in this palette, as it kind of isn't as blinding as I want it to be. So I'm going to go with my Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighters in the shade Peach Lights. And if this is too pink, I'm just going to have to use like an eyeshadow to cool it down because it's pink. I usually layer this with my MAC Soft and Gentle, however I know that Revolution do more than one shade of highlighters, so to highlight my brow bone I'm going back into my Revolution Redemption palette Iconic 2, and I'm taking this shade here, and these are all like really blinding shimmery shades, just I'm not the biggest fan of the matte shades. I really like that, so I'm going to take some on my highlight brush and I'm going to put it over my highlight. Whoa. Last thing I'm going to do is lips, and I got this W7 Skinny Lipping Matte Nude Lip Colour. I'm just going to quickly line my lips. Now I'm going to apply this liquid lipstick. Now you could leave it like this, but I'm going to wait for it to dry matte, and then I'm going to apply my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu, and I'm going to put this over top when it's fully dried down. I don't have any setting spray because the last one I got from Superdrug left little white dots on my face, so I was like, no, okay. So this is the finished makeup look that I got from using cheap drugstore makeup. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give the video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all in my next video.